There was a little chair placed beneath the summer sky, not waiting for anyone, not only simply existing, exactly where the afternoon wanted it to be. Sunlight rested softly across its wooden back. The paint had faded gently after countless seasons of warm mornings and quiet evenings beside it. Tiny wildflowers leaned toward the breeze. No one noticed, yet they bloomed every single day. Some things become beautiful because nobody tries to change them. A little chair beneath the blue sky held an entire summer without saying a word. It knew the sound of birds, the smell of rain, the color of slow afternoons. A little chair beneath the blue sky reminded me that peace can be something you quietly sit beside. The clouds moved slowly, almost lazily, as though the sky itself had forgotten where it was going. Laundry danced above stone walls. The wind turned pages of an unread novel. Somewhere nearby, an old bicycle rolled downhill without a sound, except the soft rhythm of its spinning wheels. Time didn't disappear, it simply stopped asking to be counted. The happiest hours often leave without footprints. A little chair beneath the blue sky still waits inside my memory, covered in sunlight, wrapped in silence, holding everything that ordinary afternoons could never say aloud. Years later, perhaps the chair will no longer be there. The tree may grow taller, the flowers may bloom elsewhere, the road may carry different footsteps, but whenever a quiet breeze touches my face, I'll remember this little place where nothing happened, yet somehow everything became enough. Not every story needs a beginning. Not every ending needs goodbye. Some days simply become a place we return to whenever life grows loud. A little chair beneath the blue sky still holds one empty seat. Perhaps it isn't empty after all, because every memory has quietly sat there waiting. A little chair beneath the blue sky will always belong to summer, and somewhere inside my heart, summer will always belong to me. The breeze grows lighter, the sky becomes deeper, a single cloud drifts by. The little chair still waits in the afternoon. The season arrived without footsteps, without a single word. Only the curtains moved a little farther than they did yesterday. The wind carried the smell of warm grass, fresh was listening to summer breathing between the trees. Some seasons never ask to be remembered, they simply become part of your heartbeat. A season like the wind cannot be held, yet somehow it stays forever. Inside open windows, inside little songs, inside the afternoons we almost forgot. A season like the wind touches everything without asking to be seen, leaving only a gentle warmth behind. Clouds drifted like slow boats across the sky, too wide to measure. The shadows of leaves played quietly on the pavement, as though the earth itself had learned how to dance. Someone watered flowers on a tiny balcony. Someone laughed behind the blue gate. Life continued without trying to become beautiful. It already was. Perhaps beauty has always lived inside ordinary afternoons. A season like the wind finds forgotten hearts and quietly opens every closed window. A season like the wind brings back the sound of bicycles, the scent of rain, the color of old notebooks, the warmth of home. Years later, I may no longer remember which summer it was, but I'll remember the feeling of warm air touching my face, the slow turning of a ceiling fan, the sound of distant birds crossing the afternoon, and how for one perfect day nothing happened, yet everything felt complete. The wind never stays, yet every tree remembers it. Maybe love is something very much like that. A season like the wind still visits me whenever sunlight falls across the floor, whenever old songs find their way back into my room, whenever silence feels warm enough to smile. A season like the wind never disappeared, it simply learned how to live inside memory. The window remains open, the breeze passes slowly. Summer whispers, I'm still here. The waves were sleeping beneath the afternoon sun, not silent, only breathing a little slower than yesterday. The sea carried tiny reflections like scattered pieces of broken glass, turning every ripple into another story. Barefoot footsteps disappeared behind me. The tide erased them without regret. Perhaps beautiful moments were never meant to stay forever, only to return. Every wave knows how to leave. Every wave knows how to come horizon. A small sailboat crossed the quiet sea. White clouds followed without asking why. The smell of salt mixed with sunshine. A little cafe played an old melody. No one hurried, even time sat beside me, watching the sea grow a little bluer. If happiness has a color, perhaps it looks like summer touching the ocean. Afternoon where waves sleep, keep this moment safe. Whenever winter comes, I'll remember this warm breeze, this endless blue, this quiet heart. Because somewhere between the sea and the sky, I finally found myself. The tide returns, the sunlight fades, summer keeps smiling. The evening arrived without a sound, as though it had always belonged here. The sky unfolded slowly, like watercolor brushed across quiet paper. Orange melted into pink, pink disappeared into blue. Every color knew exactly when to let go. The sea accepted every light without holding on. The waves carried the sunset further than my eyes could follow. People walked home with shadows growing longer, while I stayed watching another beautiful day become a memory. The sky never hurried, neither did the sea. Only people forgot how slowly life could bloom. As the sunset slowly fades, my heart grows lighter, like the last golden feather floating across the evening wind. As the sunset slowly fades, I remember that beautiful things never asked to stay forever. They simply teach us how precious a moment can be before it becomes tomorrow. A little cafe turned on its lights, one window at a time. The smell of fresh coffee mixed with the scent of the ocean. Someone laughed nearby. A bicycle crossed the road. The sound became smaller until it blended into silence. Above the rooftops, the first evening star appeared, not to replace the sunlight, but to continue its story. And somehow that made my heart peaceful, like nothing had been lost, only transformed. Perhaps endings are only another kind of beginning, painted in softer colors. As the sunset slowly fades, the world becomes gentler. Every rooftop, every quiet street, every passing breeze learns the language of evening. As the sunset slowly fades, even loneliness chosen you. I'll remember the silence between two smiles, the tiny pause before laughter, the way the evening stayed a little longer, just because neither of us wanted to leave. The sky changes without asking permission. The sea keeps breathing without expecting applause. Maybe happiness has always looked like this, a quiet ending shared with someone you love. As the sunset slowly fades, leave a little light inside my heart. For the colder seasons, leave the warmth of this ordinary evening inside tomorrow. As the sunset slowly fades, I'll gather every color, every breeze, every wave, every small piece of silence, and carry them like folded letters inside my heart until another summer finds me again. The sea grows darker, the stars awaken, the wind whispers, summer never truly leaves. Only the sunset walks a little farther each evening. The evening leaned against the sea like a tired traveler, watching the last light of August slowly disappear. The sky wore shades of fading gold and clouds of quiet blue, as if the season itself was saying goodbye to you. I sat beside the shoreline, listening to the waves, thinking how the smallest days become the ones we save. A bicycle passed slowly, a dog ran through the sand, and everything felt beautiful without needing to be planned. At the end of summer, the world grows soft and still, like a poem unfinished, resting beyond the hill. At the end of summer, the sunlight learns to leave, yet somehow all its warmth remains inside the things we keep. Every goodbye contains a little forever. At the end of summer, a season becomes a memory. A blue afternoon is falling across the sleepy town. The sunlight through the curtains paints golden patterns down. A cold drink on the table, a book I've barely wandering to summer days instead. The fan turns slowly overhead, keeping time with lazy hours. Outside the streets are glowing bright with summer flowers. Blue afternoon slowly drifting by like a paper airplane across a painted sky. Blue afternoon, don't fade away too soon. I could stay forever inside this quiet room. The radio is playing songs from long ago, and every note feels warmer in the summer glow. Blue afternoon, you'll always live in me. Before the morning opened its eyes, the sea was already awake. A pale blue light rested quietly on the endless horizon, while tiny waves kissed the shore like forgotten lullabies. The wind carried the scent of salt and pine, drifting slowly through the empty beach. No voices, no footsteps, only the rhythm of water meeting the sand again and again. I closed my eyes, and for a moment the whole world became one gentle breath. Some mornings don't begin with sunlight, they begin with hope. Blue dawn sea, hold my heart like the waves hold the sky. Carry every dream I couldn't keep far beyond the morning tide. Blue dawn sea, sing to me with your endless melody. If tomorrow ever feels too far, I'll return to where the ocean calls my name. A lonely seagull crossed the horizon, leaving a white line through the morning air. The tide left tiny shells at my feet, as though the sea had written another letter without words. The first sunlight touched the sleeping water, turning every ripple into silver. The breeze wrapped around me, light enough to disappear, warm enough to stay. Every wave returns to the shore, every heart returns to a memory. Blue dawn sea, stay with me just a little longer. Paint the sky with quiet colors only morning knows. Blue dawn sea, keep Years may pass, roads may change, and cities may grow louder, but somewhere beyond the noise, this beach will still be waiting. The waves will still count the sunrise. The wind will still follow the coastline. The sea will still remember every silent promise I left behind. And when I stand here again, older but smiling, I'll know that nothing beautiful was ever lost. It simply became part of the ocean. The sea never asks who we are. It simply welcomes us home. Blue, don't see shine again inside my memories. Be the light that finds me through every season. Blue, don't see, hold the sky one more morning. Carry every hope, every smile, every quiet dream until another summer begins. And if the wind ever whispers my name, I'll follow its song back to you. The handpan slowly fades, the waves keep breathing. Morning opens, another beautiful summer begins. The curtains move so quietly in the middle of July, while sunlight painted little rivers across the floor nearby. A cup of coffee growing cold, a book left half unread because the afternoon itself filled every thought instead. Outside, the trees were dancing to a wind too soft to hear, and somewhere in the distance a melody appeared. The world felt slow and weightless, like it had nowhere to be. And for a little while the day belonged to me. Blue window, looking out on summer skies, watching clouds become stories as they drift by. Blue window, holding pieces of the day, like a quiet little poem that never fades away. The shadows stretched a little longer across the wooden floor, and somehow all that silence felt beautiful once more. The slowest afternoons often stay the longest. Blue window, keep this moment safe for me. the city before the morning learned its own name. The sea was already breathing. The horizon held a pale blue light, too quiet to be called sunrise. Tiny waves kissed the sleeping shore again and again without asking to be heard. I stood barefoot on the cold sand, watching the world wake up one color at a time. Morning never rushes, it simply becomes light. Dawn woke before the sea, it folded the darkness into gentle blue. One quiet breath and one tiny wave and one silent promise floating across the horizon. Dawn woke before the sea, and somewhere between the wind and the light, my heart learned how to begin again. A lonely seagull crossed the empty sky. Its shadow disappeared before touching the water. The tide left small shells along the shore, like little gifts no one was waiting for. The breeze smelled of salt, fresh air, and tomorrow. For a while the whole world forgot how loud it could become. Hope often arrives before the sun. Dawn woke before the sea. Every wave became another verse, every cloud another page. The sky opened slowly, like a book written only for this morning. Years later, perhaps I'll forget the exact beach, the exact season, the exact hour, but I'll remember this feeling. How silence could glow, how the ocean could pray without words, how the first light held the whole world so gently that nothing needed to be different, and somehow that was enough. Every sunrise is another chance to become someone a little lighter. Dawn woke before the sea, and I woke inside. It's quiet light, not searching, not waiting, only breathing, only listening, only believing that somewhere beyond every ending, another morning is already beginning. The handpan fades, the waves continue. Morning arrives softly, like it always has. This morning forest woke before the sun, tiny drops of yesterday's rain still rested on every leaf. The air smelled of wet earth, young trees, and quiet beginnings. Nothing hurried, not the birds, not the clouds, not the little stream finding its way between old stones. I stood there without speaking, because the forest already understood everything I couldn't say. Every tree keeps a different memory, every breeze knows a different name. This is how the forest remembers summer, not through photographs, not through calendars, but through the sound of leaves moving together, through sunlight falling between branches, through little flowers that bloom without anyone watching. The forest never forgets the warmth of July, neither do I. Butterfly rested for only a moment, then disappeared like a thought too beautiful to hold the stream. Kept singing the same melody, soft, patient, unchanging. I wondered how something so quiet could fill an entire heart. Perhaps peace has always sounded like this. Even silence has colors when summer stays long enough. This is how the forest remembers summer. One breeze, one leaf, one tiny bird crossing an endless sky. One afternoon becoming a lifetime without knowing. This is how the forest teaches my heart to grow slowly. Years from now, another child will walk this little path. Another breeze will pass through these trees. Another summer will bloom without asking who came before. But perhaps some small part of today will still remain hidden inside the scent of pine trees, inside the cool shade beneath green branches, inside a single note played by the wind. The forest never says goodbye. It simply waits until you return. This is how the forest remembers summer, quietly, patiently, faithfully. The leaves will continue their gentle song. The stream will continue its endless melody, and somewhere between the wind, the light, and the silence, I'll find another version of myself. Still walking, still listening, still believing that beautiful days never truly end. The flute fades, the birds grow distant, the trees breathe softly. Summer smiles one more time. Summer falls. itself, like an old letter left inside a favorite book. The wind turned one last page, the sky wore its quiet blue, while the evening slowly gathered gold along the horizon. The trees stood silently, listening to the season say goodbye without a single word. I watched the light grow softer, and somehow my heart understood before I did. Some endings don't arrive with sadness, only with silence. This is my letter to summer, written with sunlight folded inside the breeze. Take my laughter, take these quiet afternoons. Leave just enough warmth for winter to remember. This is my letter to summer. If another year finds you before me, tell the flowers I'll return. The old path still remembers our footsteps. The sea still carries our reflections. The empty bench beneath the tallest tree waits patiently for another season to sit beside it. A paper airplane crosses the evening wind, floating higher than yesterday. For a moment everything feels possible, even goodbye. The wind never forgets where it has been, neither does the heart. This is my letter to summer. Keep it between the waves, hide it inside the clouds whenever the morning breeze returns. Bring a little piece of today back to me. Years later, another child will chase another butterfly. Another couple watch another sunset. Another song will drift through an open window. The season will continue without asking who came before. But somewhere between the light, the sea, and the wind, this summer will still exist. Quietly, patiently, waiting inside a memory that never grew old. If seasons could write, they would write with wind. If memories could sing, they would sound like waves touching the shore at sunset. This is my letter to summer. Not goodbye, only see you again. Whenever warm sunlight finds my window, whenever the sea begins its endless song, whenever the breeze whispers through the trees, I'll know you've returned and I'll smile, because beautiful seasons never truly end. They become the stories we carry, the songs we remember, and the light that quietly stays inside. The evening breeze closes the letter. Summer walks away, only to return again. The evening sea was turning gold as summer slowly closed its eyes. The sunlight lingered on the waves like a promise saying goodbye. I sat alone beside the shore with an old notebook in my hands, writing down the little things the sea would understand. A bicycle left near the sand, footprints fading with the tide, the laughter of a distant child, the seagulls drifting through the sky, all the ordinary moments that seem too small to keep are somehow now the memories I treasure in my sleep. Postcard at summer's end, written in the fading light, addressed to all the beautiful days that disappeared from sight. Postcard at summer's end, carried by the breeze, holding every golden hour across the silent sea. Became a watercolor of amber, rose and blue, and every color felt like a memory of you. The waves repeated softly stories from before, as if they knew exactly what my heart was searching for. Some summers leave quietly, but never truly go. Postcard at summer's end, still drifts inside my soul. If you happen to visit the sea before I do, would you say hello to the waves on my behalf? Tell them I still remember the afternoons we shared, watching sunlight scatter across the endless blue. Tell them I miss the sound of water touching sand, the quiet conversations between the tide and wind, and the feeling that everything would somehow be alright, as long as the ocean stayed in sight. Beyond my little window, the sea was breathing slow, like a sleeping giant beneath the evening glow. The curtains danced around me in the gentle ocean air, and every drifting shadow seemed to know that you were there. The world was made of silence and distant seagull cries, while sunlight scattered silver across the open sky. I watched the waves repeating the same old lullaby, a song the sea remembers though the years go by. See beyond the window, carry me away to the quiet place where summer never fades away. See beyond the window, tell the sky for me that my heart still belongs to the sound of the sea. Some horizons stay with us long after we've gone home. See beyond the window, still lives inside my dreams. The morning breeze found me first before the sunlight reached my room. It carried the scent of green leaves, the quiet song of distant birds, and a little warmth left behind by yesterday. The curtains moved like waves. The sky opened slowly, painting blue across another day. I stood at the window holding a cup of coffee, watching summer stretch itself across the rooftops. Some mornings don't ask to be remembered, they simply become the reason we smile. Summer stayed at the edge of the wind, soft enough to touch without being seen. It wrapped every quiet road in golden light. It filled every little silence with another melody. Summer stayed at the edge of the wind, and suddenly my heart felt lighter than the clouds drifting above the sea. Old bicycles rested beneath the tallest trees. Wildflowers leaned toward the afternoon sun, never wondering whether someone would notice their colors. The little bakery opened its wooden door. The smell of warm bread mixed gently with fresh air. Children ran through narrow streets, their laughter floating higher than the rooftops. For a while the whole town forgot how to hurry. The wind never keeps what it carries, it simply shares its kindness with everyone. Summer stayed at the edge of the wind, like an old song returning without warning. Every tree learned a softer rhythm, every window welcomed another breeze. Years from now, perhaps the road will change. The old cafe may disappear. The flowers will bloom for someone else. The children will become adults with stories of their own. But somewhere inside the smallest corner of my heart, this summer will continue walking beside me, like warm light resting on quiet water, like a gentle breeze finding its way through an open window, like laughter echoing long after the voices have gone. Every season leaves a gift behind. Spring leaves flowers, autumn is colors, winter leaves silence, summer leaves the courage to believe that ordinary days can become the most beautiful memories. Summer stayed at the edge of the wind, not inside the calendar, not inside old photographs, but inside the way the sunlight fell across the floor, inside the smell of warm mornings, inside the songs the birds kept singing. Summer stayed at the edge of the wind. Whenever another breeze touches my face, I'll know it's calling me back to this beautiful afternoon, back to this quiet road, back to the season that never truly said goodbye. The violin grows softer, the wind keeps moving, the sunlight slowly fades, but somewhere another summer is already waiting. Summer came quietly, like a breeze slipping through an open window. The curtains danced, the light grew warmer, and somewhere outside the leaves began their gentle applause. I never noticed the exact moment the season arrived. Perhaps beautiful things never announce themselves, they simply become part of our days. Every breeze carries a memory, every sky keeps a promise for tomorrow. Summer became the wind, soft enough to touch every quiet corner of my heart. It carried the smell of fresh grass, the sound of distant laughter, the warmth of forgotten afternoons. Summer became the wind, and suddenly every ordinary day felt like a place I never wanted to leave. A bicycle rested beside an old stone wall, wildflowers leaned gently toward the sunlight. The road stretched quietly beyond the trees, as though I knew there was no need to hurry. Children ran barefoot across the grass. Someone played a familiar melody from an open window. The world felt lighter than yesterday. The sky never asked to be remembered, yet somehow it stayed. Summer became the wind, flowing softly through every open door, every quiet street, every little dream I had forgotten. It whispered, stay here a little longer. And for one perfect afternoon, I believed time could stand still. years from now, perhaps this road will change. The flowers will bloom for someone else. The cafe may become another story. The children will grow older, the trees will grow taller, but somewhere inside the smallest corner of my heart, this summer will continue. Walking beside me like warm light resting on peaceful water, like wind finding its way home. Every season passes, but kindness, sunlight, and beautiful memories never truly leave. They simply learn how to become part of us. Summer became the wind, it filled my empty hands with quiet happiness. It painted ordinary mornings gold, it turned simple afternoons into poetry. Summer became the wind, and every time the leaves begin to dance, I'll know it's calling me back to the place where my heart first learned how beautiful silence could be. The breeze keeps blowing, the sunlight keeps shining. Summer never says goodbye, it simply returns whenever we remember. The sunlight dances on the ocean like diamonds on the sea. A warm breeze carries laughter from somewhere far from me. The sky is painted baby blue without a single cloud, and every little moment feels like a dream somehow. I walk along the shoreline, leaving footprints in the sand, watching waves erase them slowly like a gentle hand. The world seems softer in July. The air feels sweet and light, and everything is beautiful in this golden light. No destination, no reason to hurry, just another summer day. Summer breeze, stay with me a little longer. Carry all my worries far beyond the sea. Summer breeze, whisper softly through my window like a melody only summer knows. The cafe near the beach is playing an old familiar song. People smiling as they pass and quietly singing along. A bicycle beside the road, a camera in my hand, collecting little memories across the summer land. The sunset slowly colors everything in gold, and suddenly I wish this day would never grow old. If happiness had a season, it would feel like this. Summer breeze, take me where the sky is endless, where every dream is floating like clouds above the sea. Summer breeze, stay forever in my memory like a photograph I never want to leave. The morning sea didn't sparkle today. It simply breathed slowly, like someone still dreaming. Clouds drifted across the horizon without deciding where they belonged. A lonely lighthouse stood quietly, holding the first light of another summer day. I walked without counting my footsteps, because the waves already knew where I was going. Sometimes the ocean finds us long before we arrive. Summer stayed like the waves, never asking to be remembered, only returning again and again, touching the edge of my heart, leaving tiny circles across forgotten afternoons. Summer stayed like the waves, soft enough to disappear, strong enough to remain forever. The sunlight rested on empty benches. The air smelled of salt, fresh bread, and warm leaves. Someone opened a little cafe. A radio played an old melody, not loudly, just enough to become part of the breeze. The world didn't need anything more, neither did I. Beautiful days never arrive with noise, only light. Summer stayed like the waves, slowing through quiet streets, across little windows inside old notebooks, turning simple moments into places I'd return for the rest of my life. Years later, perhaps the cafe will close, the lighthouse may stand alone, the road may forget my footsteps, but somewhere beyond another July, the sea will still remember the afternoon we shared without saying very much. The breeze will still carry the same warmth, the sky will still wear the same blue, and my heart will quietly become that summer once again. Every wave leaves, every wave returns. Maybe love learns from the sea. Summer stayed like the waves, not inside the calendar, not inside old photographs, but inside the way the wind touches an open window, inside the smell of afternoon light, inside the silence between two happy people. Summer stayed like the waves, and every time I hear the ocean, I know it never really said goodbye. The tide returns, the sky grows quiet. One more summer begins inside inside my heart. Summer never knocked loudly. It arrived through an open window with the scent of warm grass and sunlight resting on the floor. The curtains moved like slow waves across the quiet room. And somewhere far away, a bicycle bell echoed through the afternoon. Nothing extraordinary happened. No fireworks filled the sky. Yet happiness sat beside me like a familiar friend, drinking tea in silence, watching clouds drift by. Summer was always by the window, waiting patiently for me. In the golden dust of sunlight, in the leaves upon the trees. Summer was always by the window, even when I didn't know, leaving tiny pieces of itself everywhere I go. The gentlest seasons arrive without a sound. Summer never rushed, it stayed between the trees inside the morning breeze and quietly sat beside the little road I walked every day. The sunlight fell softly across the flowers. Tiny butterflies wandered without a destination. Even the clouds looked as though they had nowhere they needed to be. I smiled for no reason. Perhaps that was the reason. Some seasons don't leave, they simply learn another way to stay. Summer whispered goodbye, not with tears, not with rain, only with a warm breeze passing through my hands. Summer whispered goodbye, leaving little pieces of sunlight inside my heart. So whenever autumn comes, I'll still remember how warm today felt. A quiet cafe opened its old wooden door. Fresh bread filled the morning air. Someone laughed, someone waved, someone walked slowly, holding a paper bag full of flowers. The world looked beautiful, not because it had changed, but because I finally noticed it. Perhaps happiness has always been this simple. Summer whispered goodbye. Every leaf answered with light. Every flower answered with color. Every breeze answered with another song. Summer whispered goodbye. Suddenly the ordinary became the most beautiful place I had ever known. Every ending plants the first seed of a to walk again. The Bible slowly fades. Morning birds keep singing. The breeze becomes softer. Summer smiles until next year. The sunlight found my room before I opened my eyes. It slipped through the curtains, drawing little rivers of gold across the wooden floor. The morning had already begun without me. Outside, flowers lean gently toward the breeze. A little sparrow rested on the fence, singing to no one in particular. Everything felt wonderfully ordinary. Some afternoons don't shine because of the sun. They shine because our hearts finally become quiet. Sunlight rested on my window, soft enough to become a dream, warm enough to become a memory. It painted every corner of the room with happiness too simple to notice until years had already passed. Sunlight rested on my window, and somehow today became beautiful. The pages of my notebook moved with the breeze, not because someone turned them, only because summer wanted to read them again. The smell of coffee filled the room. Far away, someone left a bicycle bell echoed through the quiet street. The whole city seemed to breathe more slowly than yesterday. Maybe peace is always lived inside small moments. Sunlight rested on my window like a letter written without words, like music floating through an open door. It stayed long enough to remind me that happiness is often waiting inside ordinary days. Years later, perhaps this room will change. The walls will wear another color. The flowers will bloom for someone else. But sunlight will still know its way through the same window. It will still find the old wooden floor. It will still dance across forgotten books, and somewhere inside that quiet light I'll find another version of myself, smiling without a reason, just because summer came back again. The brightest days never asked to be remembered. They simply become the light we carry through every season. Sunlight rested on my window, turning small moments into forever. turn with the sunshine. The Wurlitzer grows softer, the afternoon breeze keeps dancing. Sunlight slowly fades, but the warmth remains inside my heart. The sunset never arrived. All at once, it painted the sky one color at a time. Golden orange, soft pink, quiet blue. The sea accepted every color without asking which one would stay. A little bird crossed the evening sky. Its shadow disappeared inside the light, and somehow that moment felt like forever. Evening never says goodbye, it simply becomes another memory. The sunset slowly turned gold. Every wave held another dream. Every breeze carried another summer. The sunset slowly turned gold, and somewhere between the sea and the sky, my heart learned how beautiful silence could become. Old benches faced the ocean as though they had spent their whole lives watching the same sunset. A paper cup rolled gently across the road. The wind played with it like a child. Someone smiled, someone waved, someone walked home. The whole evening felt like one long poem written without words. Every sunset takes a little sadness away and leaves a little hope behind. The sunset slowly turned gold. It covered the rooftops, the quiet streets, the sleeping sea, and every corner of my heart. If tomorrow comes too fast, I'll return to this evening, to this light, to this beautiful summer sky. The music box fades, the sky grows deeper, the stars awaking. Summer whispers, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. The afternoon was quiet, like a page yet to be written. Sunlight rested on the grass without a single burden. tree stood in the distance, swaying to an unseen song, while little pieces of the day drifted softly along. A paper cup beside me, a notebook on my knee, nothing important happening, yet it felt like everything. The wind arrived unnoticed and touched the world around, turning ordinary moments into something profound. The afternoon, the wind passed by, time forgot to run, and every second shimmered beneath the summer sun. The afternoon, the wind passed by, the world became a poem written on the air itself before the day was gone. The gentlest days leave the deepest footprints. Still lingers in my heart. The alley remembered summer better than anyone. Old brick walls held the warmth of the afternoon, even after the moon had climbed above the rooftops. Tiny lights began to bloom. One then another, fireflies writing small poems across the quiet air. No applause, no audience, only night watching its own reflection. Some lights are born only to comfort the darkness. The alley where fireflies stayed never needed bright stars. Small lights were enough to guide a lonely heart. The alley where fireflies stayed still glows inside my memory, not because it was beautiful, but because it was gentle. An old bicycle leaned quietly against a stone wall. The paper wind chime moved with the warm breeze, singing a melody too soft to remember, yet impossible to forget. The smell of night jasmine filled the narrow road. Every breath felt like another page from an unfinished diary. The quietest nights often leave the brightest memories. The alley where fireflies stay taught me that light doesn't have to shine far away. Sometimes it only needs to reach one heart, one evening, one memory. Years later, perhaps those fireflies are gone. The old alley may wear new colors, the brick walls may disappear, but every summer when evening arrives, drive slowly, I still search for tiny lights between the trees, because somewhere deep inside I still believe that little miracles choose quiet places to bloom. Not every light comes from the sky, some are born inside beautiful memories. The alley where fireflies stay still waits without asking. Whenever summer nights grow quiet, I return through memory, following those tiny lights home. The alley where fireflies stay never disappeared, it simply became another constellation inside my heart. The Slowest echoes, the fireflies fade, the night keeps breathing, summer smiles one more time. There is a blue that exists only for a moment, between day and night, between staying and leaving. The sky holds its breath, the city grows quiet, and every light begins to wake one by one. I stood beneath that color, wondering why beauty always seems closest just before it disappears. The blue before night, life somewhere in my heart, between memory and longing, between beginning and goodbye. The blue before night returns with every sunset, like a page of poetry the sky forgot to keep. Some colors last only minutes, yet stay forever. Night arrived as quietly as the tide, without asking whether summer was ready to leave. The sea had already folded away its golden light, leaving only a deep blue silence. Above the horizon, the first stars appeared, one after another, like forgotten wishes, finding their way home. I sat beside an empty beach, listening to the waves repeat the oldest lullaby in the world. The night knew what my heart couldn't explain. Some goodbyes days are beautiful because they are gentle. The blue night at summer's end wrapped the world inside quiet light. No promises, no tears, only the sound of the sea breathing slowly beside me. The blue night at summer's end felt like the last page of a book, too beautiful to close. Somewhere far beyond the dark horizon, that fishing boat carried a single light moving so slowly it looked like another star. The breeze smelled of salt and old memories, as though every summer had gathered together for one final evening. The sand remembered bare footsteps even after everyone had gone home. Silence can sometimes say everything that words never could. The blue night held my thoughts like calm water holding moonlight. Nothing hurried, nothing asked to become anything more than this small, beautiful moment. The blue night stayed beside me until I forgot where memory ended and dreaming began. Years from now, when another summer finds me, perhaps I won't remember the date or the place, but I'll remember this feeling. The sound of tiny waves touching the shore, the cool wind brushing my shoulders, the stars watching quietly above us, and how for one ordinary night the whole world felt complete. Summer never really ends, it becomes a color, a scent, a melody that quietly returns whenever the heart needs somewhere to rest. The blue night at summer's end will always remain inside my window whenever the evening sky turns deep blue. Whenever the sea begins its quiet song, whenever the wind carries the smell of warm days back to me, I'll remember this little night where nothing extraordinary happened, yet everything became beautiful. The stars grow brighter, the waves grow softer. Summer closes its eyes, but somewhere beyond tomorrow, it is still waiting for us. There was a day in August when the sea became impossibly blue, as if the sky had fallen and melted into the waves. The sunlight scattered diamonds across the moving water, and every breeze carried stories from distant shores. People laughed somewhere behind me, children children chase the tide, and I sat quietly watching the horizon breathe, thinking how beautiful life can be without trying too hard. The day the sea was bluest, I left my worries there, floating beyond the horizon into the summer air. The day the sea was bluest, the world felt young again, like a forgotten postcard returned by the wind. Today the wind arrived again without a single sound, moving through the summer fields and over sleeping towns. It touched the leaves above my head and brushed against my face, like someone searching quietly for a familiar place. I wondered where the wind had been before it came to me, perhaps across forgotten roads or somewhere by the sea. Perhaps it carried stories from another distant day, or pieces of a memory that never went away. The name of the wind is written in the trees, in every swaying branch, in every summer breeze. The name of the wind is spoken without words, like a song remembered softly, but never fully heard. Sailed slowly overhead like ships across the blue, and every drifting shadow somehow reminded me of you. The wind remembers places long after we forget. The name of the wind still echoes in my heart. There are people who never hurry through summer. They walk as if the afternoon has nowhere else to be. The road is warm beneath quiet footsteps. The trees lean gently toward the light, holding shadows like folded letters. A small bakery leaves its windows open. Fresh bread, so soft music, a bicycle bell passing somewhere beyond the corner. Nothing extraordinary, yet everything feels worth remembering. Perhaps the happiest days never asked to become memories. They simply happen. The one who walks through summer slowly learns the language of sunlight, learns how silence can bloom like wildflowers beside an empty road. The one who walks through summer slowly finds whole universes inside ordinary afternoons. A cup of coffee, a drifting cloud, a breeze that quietly says stay a little longer. The sky is impossibly blue, so blue it almost feels like music. Laundry dances on neighboring balconies. Children laugh somewhere unseen. Someone waters flowers without noticing how beautiful the moment already is. The smell of warm pavement after a brief rain. The pages of a paperback novel moving without being touched. Every little thing feels alive. Summer never asked to be loved. It simply waits for someone who notices. The one who walks through summer slowly never loses time, because every second becomes a place to rest. The wind carries yesterday, the sunlight carries tomorrow, and somewhere between them life quietly smiles. Years from now, perhaps the street will look different. The cafe may disappear, the old tree may grow taller, the bicycles may become memories. But this feeling, this afternoon, will remain somewhere inside me, like pressed flowers between forgotten pages, waiting to bloom again. Whenever another summer finds my heart, if someone asks where happiness lives, don't answer. Just open a window on a quiet July afternoon. The wind will explain everything. The one who walks through summer slowly never arrives late, because every road already leads home. Every sunset already knows their name. Every breeze carries a familiar melody. The one who walks through summer slowly isn't searching for a destination, only another beautiful ordinary day. The afternoon grows quieter, the light becomes softer. Summer keeps walking without ever saying goodbye. The station had forgotten the sound of crowds. Only rain walked across the empty platform, one quiet step after another. The old clock continued its patient rhythm, never asking who had left or who might still return. A single suitcase rested beneath the wooden bench, collecting small reflections from the wet floor. Morning had not yet arrived. the sky was still deciding whether to become blue. Some journeys begin long before the train arrives. The platform where no one waited still held 1,000 stories, not spoken, not written, only carried by rain. Steel rails and quiet hearts. The platform where no one waited felt strangely warm, as though every goodbye had gently become another beginning. A paper ticket moved with the breeze, turning without hands like a page, remembering its reader. Somewhere beyond the tracks, a small light appeared, then disappeared, hidden inside the mist. The rain never hurried, it simply kept company with every silent thing the morning had forgotten. Perhaps waiting is another way of loving. The platform where no one waited still echoes inside me. Every distant whistle, every quiet breath, every tiny drop becoming its own melody. The platform where no one waited never felt empty, because hope had quietly taken a seat. Years from now, another traveler may stand beneath this same roof, listening to another rain, holding another dream. They may never know someone else once stood here, learning that loneliness can become beautiful when shared with the sound of falling rain. The rails will continue toward places I have never seen, but part of me will always remain here, between the rain, the station, and the first train of morning. Every departure leaves behind a little light for someone who arrives later. The platform where no one waited still opens inside my heart whenever rain touches an old window, whenever a distant train crosses the evening. I return to this quiet place where nothing asked me to hurry, and every goodbye learned how to become hope. The accordion grows quieter, the train disappears, the rain keeps falling, morning finally arrives, and the platform smiles again. in blue, like letters never delivered, addressed to me and you. The moon hangs like a lantern above the sleeping town, watching over countless dreams as they gently drift around. I imagine there's a place hidden high above, where forgotten wishes gather and old stories become love, where every unsent letter finds somewhere to belong, and every lonely memory becomes a song. The post office in the night sky keeps every dream we send, holding them among the stars until they shine again. The post office in the night sky knows every secret heart, collecting pieces of forever when worlds fall apart. Nothing beautiful is ever lost, it only changes form. The post office in the night sky still keeps a place for you. Today, the sea said nothing, it simply breathed beneath the afternoon light. Small waves reached the sand like quiet sentences, unfinished yet complete. The sky leaned lower, holding a single white cloud that drifted without destination. Far away, a fishing boat became a tiny dot, almost disappearing inside the blue. No one hurried, not even time. Some afternoons don't ask to be remembered, they quietly become part of us. Today, the sea was quiet again. No promises, no miracles, only sunlight resting on the water. Only wind finding its own direction. Today, the sea was quiet again. And somehow my heart learned how to breathe a little slower. The wooden pier creaked gently beneath empty footsteps. A bicycle stood against an old blue fence, its basket filled with nothing but sunlight. Somewhere someone laughed, and silence returned like a familiar friend who never needed to speak. The smell of salt mixed quietly with warm air, and suddenly the whole world felt weightless. Perhaps peace has always sounded like waves returning home. Today, the sea was quiet again. It carried every cloud without complaint. Every reflection became another poem written across the water. Today, the sea was quiet again, and I realized not every become a story. Some are beautiful simply because they happened. Years from now, I may not remember what month it was, or what clothes I wore, or what time the sun began to fall, but I'll remember how the breeze lifted the corners of my notebook, how tiny shells caught the afternoon light, how the horizon looked endless, as though the world had forgotten where it ended, and how for one quiet day I needed nothing more. The sea never asks us to stay, it simply waits, knowing we will return when our hearts become too loud. Today the sea was quiet again, the waves kept their gentle rhythm, the sky folded itself into evening, and somewhere between the wind, the tide, and the fading light, I found a smaller, softer version of myself. Today the sea was quiet again. Perhaps tomorrow it will be too. And if it is, I'll sit beside it once more, with empty hands and open heart, and enough silence to understand everything. The tide returns, the light grows softer, the sea says nothing, yet somehow it tells me everything. One evening, the season paused at the edge of the sky. It watched the clouds moving slowly, as if they already knew where tomorrow lived. The wind arrived without footsteps touching the tallest trees. Before finding my window, nothing was spoken, yet everything felt understood. The light rested quietly on the roofs, like an old letter, never forgotten. Even silence knows which way home is. The season asked the wind for the way, not because it was lost, but because every goodbye deserves to be gentle. The wind smiled without a voice and carried summer, one leaf, one wave, one sunset at a time. The trees didn't hold their leaves, the sea didn't keep its waves, the sky never tried to stop the evening. Everything understood that beauty isn't something we keep, it's something we quietly receive for a while, then return. Maybe that's why the happiest memories feel so light. The season asked the wind for the way, and the wind answered by passing through open windows, across quiet streets, over sleeping flowers, into waiting hearts, not with words, only warmth. Years from now, another summer will arrive, another child will chase another butterfly, another bicycle will cross another afternoon. Someone else will sit beside another sea, wondering why the waves sound so familiar, perhaps they'll never know they're listening to the same song we once heard, the same breeze, the same light, the same gentle season. Nothing beautiful ever disappears, it simply changes its address, sometimes into memory, sometimes into music, sometimes into us. The season asked the wind for the way, the wind answered with sunlight, with rain, with quiet afternoons, with stars arriving one by one, and somewhere between the sea, the sky, and the silence, I finally understood. Home isn't a place, it's the feeling that returns whenever summer whispers your name. The wind keeps walking, the season keeps changing, the sea keeps singing, and somewhere beyond another sunset, summer is already waiting to begin again. There was a season once that seemed to move more slowly. The mornings stretched like rivers, and the evenings glowed softly. The days were filled with sunlight and simple little things, the sound of open windows and birds upon their wings. Nobody seemed in a hurry, the world breathed deep and slow, and happiness arrived in ways we didn't know. A walk without a destination, a conversation in the shade, a sunset that stayed longer than anyone expected. The slowest season was the most beautiful of all, because we had the time to notice every small detail. The slowest season still lives inside my soul, like a quiet melody that never grows old. Now the years move faster, like rain across the glass. Yet sometimes in the silence, I feel that season pass, returning for a moment with its gentle golden light, reminding me that beauty lives in ordinary life. The happiest memories never shout, they whisper. The slowest season will always stay with me, like a page of poetry floating endlessly. without a sound. One by one the stars open their quiet eyes. The moon rested above the sea, painting silver paths across the sleeping waves. The breeze carried the scent of jasmine, mixing gently with the salt of summer. The whole world felt like it had finally learned how to whisper. Every star keeps a story, every night keeps a dream. The stars stayed here tonight, lighting every little road inside my heart. The summer night held my hand without ever touching me. The stars stayed here tonight, turning silence into music, turning memories into light, turning this moment into forever. Fireflies floated slowly between the trees. A tiny wind chime answered the breeze. The ocean never slept, it quietly counted. The moonlight touching every wave. Far away a lighthouse blinked gently, like someone still waiting for tomorrow. I closed my eyes, and somehow the darkness felt brighter than daylight. Sometimes the quietest nights leave the loudest memories. The stars stay here tonight, above the sea, above the trees, above every word I couldn't say. The stars stay here tonight, showing me that even the smallest light can guide someone home. If the night must end, leave one star inside my heart, so I never forget how beautiful silence can become. quiet conversation. The sea became a silver mirror, holding every piece of light without breaking its silence. The night breeze wandered slowly, brushing the tops of the trees, carrying the scent of blooming jasmine. Through the sleeping town, I stood beneath the endless sky, counting constellations that seemed close enough to touch. Some nights are too beautiful to explain. They only ask to be felt. The stars stayed here tonight, like little lanterns floating above the sea. The wind called my name so softly, I almost believed the night was singing. The stars stayed here tonight, lighting every forgotten dream, every quiet hope, every memory I thought had disappeared. Fireflies dance between the grass, their tiny lights blinking like shy smiles. A paper wind chime answered the breeze with a melody too gentle to remember, yet impossible to forget. Far away, a lighthouse kept its lonely promise, turning slowly through the darkness, never asking for applause, only continuing to shine. Every star knows how to wait, every heart knows how to dream. The stars stayed here tonight, above the sleeping waves, above the quiet trees, above every word I never found the courage to say. The stars stayed here tonight, teaching the darkness how to glow, teaching my heart how to believe again. Years from now, when another summer returns, perhaps this beach will look different. Perhaps the wind will carry another song. Perhaps someone else will stand where I am now, watching the same moon rise above the sea. And maybe, without knowing, they'll feel the warmth this night left behind. Because beautiful evenings never disappear, they become part of the sky, part of the ocean, part of us. If every dream has a home, perhaps it's hidden inside the stars we almost forgot to notice. The stars stayed here tonight, long enough to turn the sea into silver, the silence into music, and this moment into forever. Whenever summer finds me again, I'll look toward the night sky, searching for these same lights its brightest after sunset. The heart grows quieter, the waves keep breathing, the stars remain waiting for another summer night. Morning had only just begun. The river was still, holding the color of dawn. Light floated quietly across the water, never breaking its gentle rhythm. Dragonflies skimmed the surface, drawing circles that disappeared before anyone could keep them. The world felt untouched, as though today had been waiting only for this moment. Some mornings don't wake us, they gently invite us to begin again. The sunlight rested on the river, never asking the current to slow. Every reflection became another memory, folded gently into summer. The sunlight rested on the river, and for a while my heart forgot the weight of yesterday. A wooden bridge stood quietly, listening to the water tell the same story it had told for years. Wildflowers leaned toward the bank, their colors brighter than words. A kingfisher crossed the morning sky, leaving only silence behind. Somewhere beyond the trees, someone laughed. The sound drifted softly, then became part of the breeze. Even the river knows that beautiful things never need to hurry. The sunlight rested on the river like a letter written without ink. Every ripple carried a little hope toward the sea. The sunlight rested on the river, teaching me how peace can move without making a sound. Years later, when another summer finds me, I may forget the name of this place, but I'll remember the way the water held the light, the way the breeze turned ordinary moments into quiet miracles. I'll remember standing still while everything beautiful continued to flow. The river never keeps its water, yet it never loses its sound. The sunlight rested on the river, and somewhere between the current, the wind, and the morning, I found a gentler version of myself. The sunlight rested on the river. Perhaps that's where summer has always lived, not in the season, but in the way light touches the world. The river keeps flowing. The centaur grows quieter. Morning opens its eyes, and another beautiful day begins. The sunlight stayed a little longer today, not because the day was longer, but because no one was in a hurry to leave it behind. The room filled slowly with quiet gold. A curtain moved and stopped. A cup of tea forgot its rising steam outside. The leaves learned the language of gentle wind, and somewhere hidden beyond the rooftops, a bell rang softly, like the afternoon smiling to itself. Nothing has to become beautiful. It simply was. The sunlight stayed all afternoon, resting quietly on empty chairs. Old books, wooden floors, and little memories we never meant to keep. The sunlight stayed all afternoon, teaching every shadow how to become soft, teaching my heart how to become still. The pages of yesterday turned themselves, not because the wind was strong, only because it wished to remember something. The flowers outside the window never looked toward the sky. They simply bloomed as though being alive was already enough. Children laughed far away. Their voices arrived like tiny birds crossing the blue. Some afternoons never end. They simply hide inside memory. The sunlight stayed all afternoon, like someone who understood silence, like someone who never asked to be noticed. The sunlight stayed all afternoon, leaving little pieces of warmth inside everything it touched. Years later, when another summer finds this window, perhaps the chair will be different. The walls will wear another color. The road may forget my footsteps, but sunlight will still know exactly where to fall, exactly how to enter, without making a sound. And maybe that is why summer never disappears. It only returns as light. Every season leaves something behind. Summer leaves light. The sunlight stayed all afternoon, long enough to turn an ordinary day into a place I'll visit forever. Whenever a warm breeze finds an open window, whenever a quiet melody begins without reason, I'll remember this afternoon, not because something happened, but because nothing needed to. The sunlight fades, the room grows calm, evening arrives, but warmth remains like a poem, still unfolding. Before the sunset disappeared, I watched it carefully, as if looking long enough could somehow make it stay. The sea reflected gold, the clouds carried fire, and the evening breeze turned pages in the sky. People walked home slowly, the day folding itself away, while the horizon held the final light of summer. For a few precious minutes, everything glowed, as though the world itself was remembering something beautiful. The sunset, before it faded, still burns inside my memory, like a song unfinished, like a dream unfinished. The sunset, before it faded, left colors in my heart that no passing season could ever wash away. Beauty doesn't stay, that's why it shines. The sunset, before it faded, still waits beyond the evening, in a place where summer never really ends. Rain arrived long before the evening did. Small drops rested on the window like tiny letters written by the sky. The room became quieter with every falling sound. Even the clock seemed to slow down, listening to the rain touching the glass. Outside, the street lights blurred gently, painting little circles across the wet road. Rain never asks who is lonely, it simply stays beside the window. The window where rain stayed, remembered every season, every goodbye, every smile, every quiet promise left unfinished. The window where rain stayed held the evening like warm hands, holding a fragile heart. Outside, the world continued. Inside, time forgot to move. A cup of tea grew colder without complaint. Steam disappeared into the silence, becoming part of the room. Somewhere an old umbrella closed slowly, footsteps faded, a bicycle bell echoed once, then vanished inside the rain. The trees stood perfectly still, letting every drop become another memory. Perhaps rain remembers what people try to forget. The window where rain stayed never looked lonely, because every drop brought another story. beginning, another ending. The window where rain stays taught my heart that even gray skies can become beautiful. Tomorrow the sun will return, the streets will dry, children will run again, the clouds will disappear. But somewhere inside this quiet room, the sound of today's rain will continue falling long after the sky has become blue. Whenever another rainy evening finds me, I'll open the same window, waiting for the silence to sing again. Rain never stays, yet every heart keeps its echo. The window where rain stays still opens inside me. Whenever the world becomes too loud, I return to this evening, to this rain, to this quiet light. The window where rain stays never closed, it simply became another room inside my memory. The rain grows softer, the lights become warmer, the evening smiles, and somewhere another story begins. We walk through summer slowly, without a map or plan, following sunlight scattered across the open land. The roads were lined with flowers, the sky stretched endlessly, and every passing afternoon felt like eternity. The sound of distant bicycles, the scent of ocean air, the warmth of golden evenings still lingers everywhere. There was no need for promises, no need to hurry on, because happiness existed inside each simple moment. Walking through summer like turning pages in a dream, every day a little brighter than it seemed. Walking through summer beneath the endless blue, collecting pieces of the world and pieces of you. Now the season has grown distant, like a song heard far away, yet every note still shines inside my heart today. The years may keep on moving like rivers toward the sea, but summer leaves its fingerprints on every memory. Some seasons pass, yet never truly end. Walking through summer, I'll always find my way back to those quiet golden days that never fade away. We walked slower than the sunset, as if we could stop the evening by taking smaller steps along the shoreline. The sky changed colors above us, one quiet shade at a time. Orange into pink, pink into deep blue, and neither of us spoke much, because some moments are too beautiful for words. The waves arrived and departed like gentle breathing, and the world felt impossibly far away. We walked slower than the sunset, trying to hold the light just a little longer before the coming night. We walked slower than the sunset, but time moved on somehow, leaving only golden memories to follow us now. Some evenings end, some never leave. We walk slower than the sunset, and maybe that's why every time I see the ocean, I still see you there beneath the fading sky. Summer came quietly without knocking on my door. It slipped between the curtains and rested on the floor. The room was filled with golden dust floating in the afternoon, while somewhere in the distance a bicycle hummed an old tune. The pages of my notebook moved softly with the breeze, as if the wind remembers stories older than the trees. I didn't need to go anywhere, the whole world came to me inside this little window, looking toward the sea. Some days arrive without asking anything, yet leave behind an entire lifetime. Where summer stayed was never on a calendar. It lived between the sunlight and the silence, inside forgotten afternoons where time forgot to run. Every little golden moment still shines inside my heart. Where summer stayed, the flowers kept blooming even after autumn came, because beautiful memories never learn how to fade. A glass of lemonade slowly gathered little drops. The ceiling fan turned lazily like clouds above the rooftops. Children laughed beyond the hill. Someone played guitar. A tiny melody floated through the neighborhood. grass after rain, the warmth of wooden floors, the sound of pages turning when nobody hurried anymore. Perhaps happiness always looked like this, simple enough to almost disappear. If I could keep one afternoon forever, it would be this one, where summer stayed, the light became a poem written gently across the quiet room. Every passing shadow learned how to dance, and every ordinary second became unforgettable. Years may travel farther than I ever will. Cities may become strangers, roads may disappear, but whenever warm sunlight finds my little window, I know another summer has quietly returned, not to begin again, but simply to remind me that beautiful seasons never truly leave. They become the way we remember life. The brightest days never asked to be remembered. They simply became home. Where summer stayed is somewhere deep inside me, beyond photographs, beyond forgotten years. Whenever the wind finds my open window, I hear that quiet afternoon breathing once again. Where summer stayed will always stay inside my heart. The curtains move, the sunlight smiles. Summer is still here. The sunset stayed a little longer on the edge of the sea, as if it knew this evening meant something dear to me. The sky was filled with colors no painting could contain, 1,000 shades of gold and rose before they slipped away. The waves reflected fragments of a slowly fading fire, and every spark upon the water looked like a forgotten desire. I stood there watching quietly, afraid to blink my eyes, because the moments disappear before we realize. Where sunset stayed, I left a piece of my heart among the fading colors before the night could start. Where sunset stayed, time forgot to move, leaving only beauty and the traces left by you. The horizon slowly darkened, yet the warmth remained somehow, like words that were never spoken, but still survive somehow. Evening teaches us beautiful letting go can be, where sunset stayed a part of summer remains. The sea looked almost asleep, breathing beneath the sunlight. Tiny waves reached the sand, then quietly disappeared. I sat beneath an old umbrella, holding nothing except the afternoon and the sound of the wind. A child built castles that the tide would gently borrow. Two lovers walked slowly, leaving one pair of footprints. Everything happened without trying, as though the whole world had forgotten to hurry. The ocean never rushes, yet always arrives. Where the waves rest, my heart becomes lighter, like driftwood carried across the endless blue. Where the waves rest, every worry dissolves into sunlight, floating on the sea. The horizon stretched forever, without asking where it ended. Clouds sailed quietly, like white paper boats. I closed my eyes and listened carefully, because sometimes silence sings louder than words. The breeze carried the smell of salt, the warmth of July, and forgotten dreams that had been waiting somewhere beyond the tide. Every wave returns, yet never the same. Where the waves rest, summer speaks softly through little moments nobody notices. Where the waves rest, the years stand still, and happiness feels wonderfully small. If tomorrow arrives, let it arrive slowly, like evening light crossing the sea. If memories remain, let them smell like salt, like sunshine resting on quiet water. So whenever life grows loud, I'll remember this gentle afternoon, where nothing happened, yet everything became beautiful. The sea teaches us that peace always returns. Where the waves rest, I'll leave a piece of my heart waiting beside the endless horizon. Whenever summer calls, I'll find my way back to this afternoon, where the waves were resting. Only the waves, only the wind, only sun.